I said, write a couple of them down. Let's see. During a speech, crooked Hillary Clinton. Oh, she's crooked, folks. We'll talk about that in a minute. We have to go back to WikiLeaks. Oh, WikiLeaks. Exposed by WikiLeaks. And by the way, just as I'm walking onto the stage, Mayor Giuliani said, you're not going to believe this. Look at this. We have all of these new charges. Did you see it just came down today? WikiLeaks, some new stuff, some brutal stuff. I mean, I'd read it to you, but the hell with it. Just trust me, it's real bad stuff. These WikiLeaks emails confirm what those of us here today have known all along. Russia and the hacking. By the way, if they hacked, they probably have her 33,000 emails. I hope they do. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press. WikiLeaks, I love WikiLeaks.
I never heard of a subpoena for the president's person.
Well, you said exactly that.
No.
I think the president has to be treated like everyone else. Because I think under the criminal law, everybody should be treated the same.
And lying is
wrong. And I know there are people that would say the president should be treated stricter. And we used to have an era in which the president was treated much more leniently. But I think the right answer is the president should be treated, as far as the criminal law is concerned, the president's a citizen.
And you went on to say,
Chris, let's distinguish between a subpoena for documents, subpoena that takes the president out of the Oval Office and puts him in front of a grand jury or hearing. Can't do it.
I think the president has to be treated like everyone else.
Can't do it the second. You can do the first.
Well, you never did that distinction before.
Well, it never occurred to me they would try to subpoena the president.
That's exactly what was going on in 1998. But people are going to say I'm making this up.
And they lifted.
Here's Charlie Rose with you in the interview, and you tell me what you meant.
Oh, come on.
What, you don't want to hear it?
It's not even relevant.
If the president is asked to testify, subpoenaed
That's
to
really
testify
unfair.
before
What you're
a grand
doing right
jury.
now is extremely unfair.
I'm giving you a chance to explain
on the
it.
show.
Oh, stop.
I think the president has to be treated like everyone else. Because I think under the criminal law, everybody should be treated the same.
What happens if Robert Mueller subpoenas the president? Will you comply?
Well, we don't have to. He's the president of the United States.
But I think the right answer is the president should be treated, as far as the criminal law is concerned, the president's a citizen.
We also learned much more today about that June 9th, 2016 meeting, Trump Tower, with members of the Trump campaign, including Donald Trump Jr. and a Russian lawyer with ties to the Kremlin. The Senate Intelligence Committee released a report today that backs the conclusion from intelligence officials that Russia interfered in the 2016 election with the goal of helping Donald Trump. So far, 4 former Trump campaign associates have been charged. 3 have pleaded guilty and are cooperating. Mueller has also obtained 2 more guilty pleas while indicting 13 Russians and 3 Russian companies.
If our leaders seek to conceal the truth, or we as people become accepting of alternative realities that are no longer grounded in facts, then we as American citizens are on a pathway to relinquishing our freedom. A responsibility of every American citizen to each other is to preserve and protect our freedom by recognizing what truth is and is not, what a fact is and is not, and begin by holding ourselves accountable to truthfulness and demand our pursuit of America's future be fact-based, not based on wishful thinking, not hoped for outcomes made in shallow promises.
I just want to consider the scorecard at this point, 1 year into the Mueller investigation. 1 person sentenced already, 5 guilty pleas already, 75 criminal charges brought so far, 22 people and companies charged, 19 people, 3 Russian companies. What do you make of that scorecard after 1 year?
Yeah, I mean, it really puts the lie to this refrain from the right of, oh, it's been going on so long and we've got to wrap it up. They've been such a professional and solid operation, and the results they have to show for it just publicly completely swamp any kind of comparable prior special counsel operation like Whitewater or many others. And that's, again, you know, we've said it a million times, we should say it 5 million. That's not taking account of the obvious wealth of evidence he's already gathered from so many different sources that he has been punctilious about not saying a word of. It's been a very solid, impressive year.
Questioned whether or not the president can actually be indicted. He can be indicted, and we know from from 2 Supreme Court opinions, he can be subpoenaed. Now, he may show up at the grand jury and say, unlike Bill Clinton, I'm not going to answer. That's another issue. But he can certainly be subpoenaed and compelled to come.
I think the president has to be treated like everyone else.
And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Michael Cohen will lead to the downfall of this president. He will not serve out his term.